Right everyone, Web Collector here. Right, this is my film club and today's film is the Book of Eli. Right, so that little intro was courtesy of Video Base. I hope you enjoyed it. So before I go any further, don't forget to look above for the poll for next week's category, and don't forget to watch to the very end to see what next week's film is. So yeah, Book of Eli. From around 2010, it's 2 hours long, post-apocalyptic thriller type film, I suppose. Not a thriller, I don't know what you'd call it, shoot 'em up kind of, I don't know. Bit of a mystery to it. It could cover quite a few genres, I suppose. Yeah, and overall it's quite good. This month's film, week's film, is this is a film I've never seen before. So this may be a slightly different sort of review or discussion than normal. Yeah, overall I liked the film. I'll discuss it properly in a second. So I did like it. I'm not really into the religious element of it, but that didn't really spoil it or anything. 2 hours long, so yeah, just about right. You know, some films can be a lot longer if they're very good. Some films need to be shorter if they're not so good. Two hours for this was just about right, I thought. Starred Denzel Washington and Gary Oldman, so two quite good actors in there, and had quite a few English actors. I noticed some of the henchmen was English. Michael Gambon and whoever his wife was, those was both English or British anyway. And one of my favourite actors was in this for about 2 minutes, Malcolm McDowell. Yeah, I was gutted that he was only in that for about 2 minutes. Yeah, I must admit, I'll tell you what, it was good seeing Gambon with an M16 though, and swearing. That was quite funny. So yeah, overall, I did enjoy it. The visuals was very nice for this film, quite unusual. You don't see films with the sort of colour palette of this film, but it's to set the tone, isn't it? The post-apocalyptic tone, and I thought it was very well done. Good music as well. Yeah, the music was very good for the tense bits, the emotional bits, stuff like that. Yeah, certainly enjoyed those aspects of it. So, what were some of my favourite bits? The first encounter was good, I quite like that. The silhouette down the tunnel of him killing them all, that was very good. Most of the fight scenes was very good. Lots of heads being chopped off and stuff like that, but not overall gory. Most of it was use your imagination type stuff. I don't know what rating this would be. I would imagine it's a 15 without actually checking. So, the general story, if you haven't seen this, it's about, I won't say too much because although this video will contain spoilers, I'll try not to fully spoil it for you, if that makes sense, because you're supposed to watch this and come back and discuss it with me. So basically Eli is trying to take a Bible to the West after being told by God or a voice in his head that that's what he needs to do. And on his travels he's been told that nothing will be able to stop him and he'll be able to do it. God will protect him, and you know, and he believes that, and that's what he does. On the way he encounters various people going around killing people and stuff like that, and then he goes to the town and then encounters Gary Oldman's character, who basically wants the Bible for his own means, because all of the Bibles and possibly books have been destroyed during the war that caused the sort of apocalypse. I'm not 100% sure if it was all of the books. There's a bit in it where he says that, so that's the basic story anyway, but there's a bit in it that he says that these books, now I don't know if he means books in general or the Bibles, was blamed for the Great War that caused the apocalypse, caused a hole to rip open in the sky and for the sun to be able to come down. You know, it's basically the ozone layer, I suppose, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's open to interpretation really. I don't know. Does he mean all books? Does he just mean Bible? Because in that case, you could interpret the film in a different way, I found. Being new to this film, I took it that if he meant just the Bibles, that would then mean potentially it was some kind of religious war. I'm going to twist it in quite a way now. So, if it was Bibles and religious books that caused this war, all of those books was destroyed. So him bringing back that Bible could be a bad thing, really. But that's not how it goes down in the end anyway. It turns out it's slightly different in the end. So it was interesting, the parts where, see, Gary Oldman's character, he wants the Bible to control people, and Eli wants it to, I suppose, free people in a way, you know. Because you're unaware why he's trying to get this book to the West. You know, that's all you know. He wants to get it to the West for some reason. You have no idea why, really. I always assumed that, I assumed wrongly, he was just trying to get to a place where there were people to preach this Bible to them. But that's not the case. Yeah. I'll tell you another one of my favourite scenes. I did like the bit with when Mila Kunis, I can't remember her name in the actual film, when she chucks the grenade under the van and it explodes, and it shows a good side-on view of the van blowing up. I thought that was very good, nice directed scene that was. Yeah, overall, quite unusual, bit different to your usual post-apocalyptic films. As I said, the religious element to me didn't really ruin it. It was, you know, it was there, but, you know, it didn't really take too much away from it or throw it in your face too much, if that makes sense. He was just a man with a purpose. That purpose was to get this book to, well, I'll spoil it now. What turns out is to get it to these people who are trying to bring back all books. So they've been collecting all these books so that they can reintroduce them to people, because none of the people who have been born after the apocalypse have ever read books because they was all destroyed. So it's that really. It's not to preach the Bible, it's to bring the Bible to this place where there are none. There's loads of other books, they've got all the other books. But yeah, I thought it was very good in the end. Is Eli blind though? That's something I wasn't sure about at the end. Because he's reading a Braille Bible, isn't he? Now, I don't mean you have to be blind to read that, but it did make me think, has he been blind the whole entire time then? It never says whether he is or isn't. I'll have to read something about that in a minute. But yeah, I was interested in that. Because there are points, every time he goes into a fight, you see him go like this. Like he's looking at them all. Maybe he's listening for them, I don't know. I may be completely wrong about this. But yeah, that did make me wonder. Right, yeah, there it is. I hope you watch this and discuss it with me. Let me know what you think about the film. I certainly did like it. I hope you liked Video Base's intro as well. He made that for me. And yeah, thank you for those who recommended the Book of Eli, specifically Iron Man Spartan. Cheers, mate. I did enjoy it. And I think I definitely will watch it again down the line. So, don't forget to do the poll above to pick next week's film. And also don't forget to watch to the very end to see what next week's film is. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, go and watch Book of Eli now and go and discuss it with me in the comments below. Alright, see you later.